It is an event designed to give some neurological patients and their families care closer to home. The inaugural Polo Classic takes place next weekend in Greenville County, and Representative Phyllis Henderson is here to tell us a little more about this. Now, Representative Henderson, you are with the steering committee for this event.
That's right. I've been involved in this for almost 2 years now, actually.
Yeah, you have some colleagues in Columbia who are big polo players, right?
Well, my colleague Chip Limehouse from Charleston is a big polo player. His daughter, his father, Buck, is no longer playing, but going to be our MC, so it's definitely a family affair.
You know, we got a preview of what polo is a little earlier this year, so why don't we show that? And while we're doing that, why don't you tell us a little bit about how you guys were talking about exposing this sport to the upstate.
WYFF came up to me and some other lobbyists and said, you know, my friends love Greenville, find us a place to play, and we thought no problem until we found out that a 7-acre field that's flat without any bumps or lights or trees is very hard to come by in Greenville County.
Well, what you're looking at now is obviously a hospital setting, and that is because you decided to combine this event to benefit the GHS Neuroscience Center.
The GHS Neuro. We started putting the event together, honestly, and really didn't have any charity in mind until Channel 4's Nigel Robertson and I are friends, and Nigel called me in January, and we kind of put all this together, and it's been great.
And it is something very important to a lot of people. In fact, Nigel did a story back in November of last year, and here's a little bit of that.
Meet Chad Poole and his daughter Maggie.
I'm here to talk about my daddy, Chad.
Her dad, kneeling beside her, looks like a healthy 35-year-old man. But what you can't see is a disease called amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, which is robbing him of his own body. The end result?
I've lost someone very close to me, and I know how devastating that can be.
Is death.
I think most people don't.
Now, the disease the disorder they're talking about is Lou Gehrig's disease, and obviously that is an important issue to Nigel and his family. We'll get to that a little bit later, but you know, tell us a little bit more about the GHS Neuroscience Center.
Well, the Neuroscience Institute is there to address other neurological diseases too, neuromuscular, I guess I should say, besides ALS, people with MS, Parkinson's, epilepsy. Actually, I had learned that some studies show that these neuromuscular diseases are going to be some of the top causes of death over the next couple decades. So GHS decided to be proactive and develop some one-stop shop, if you will, for patients.
And, you know, this is a great way to raise money for that effort, and the Polo Classic takes place next week. What can you tell us about that?
Well, it's going to be next Sunday afternoon at the historic Hopkins Farm, which is actually on Fork Shoals Road in Simpsonville. It sits on the Reedy River. It's the site of an old Civil War battle. Beautiful location. The field is in great shape, and we're going to have food and drink and music. And